Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Welcome, Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches.
What up, what up? How's everybody doing out there? Ready to take some notes in lead vest? I like that. So 80 on the open. Thought it would be under 100 again. So we definitely see some skeleton crew vibes, and the market's moving. You know, if you guys are watching the trading lines, the market's definitely making some moves. And the megaphone that we ran in the base here, like, you know, in the end of September, looks like it shredded a few more people out of the marketplace. So, you know, volumes are light. Also come out with a little salt about us, you know, converting the station. But for all you guys that actually, you know, took that step and joined the eco, you know, to get a closer feel on our content and understanding, I think you guys have seen the alpha in that, and you know, what the goal really was for Trading Lounge. So 80 here. Appreciate everybody through some morning bits to get the show started. How you guys been doing? You know, navigating markets. It's definitely crazy. I'd say the job number coming is exactly why that looks like fallout to me, don't it? So that's the job number right now. It came in light. Where did I put it? Damn it. There it is. Job growth slowed as payrolls rose just 263 amid Fed rate hikes. There's somebody from the Fed that said, you know, they do not expect to lower rates at all for the year of 2023, and, you know, basically keep pressure on the economy to control prices and the job market. So they want, you know, to see people in the labor pool, and then growth to pick people out of the labor pool. You know, and so right now it's kind of crazy, right? They're slowing the economy down. You really can't expect job growth while you're decelerating the economy. Right now, in the deceleration of the economy, you're going to add people to the labor pool, and when there's actually, like, you know, growth in the economy, you'll pull from the labor pool. But while you're in the process of deceleration, you can't expect to be adding people to the labor pool and people restaffing, you know, as you're actually crushing the economy into the face of, like, all citizens. And that's what the Fed is doing. The Fed is literally crushing the economy to force people, you know, force the slack out of the system, to make people who basically been able to avoid going back to work, force you to go back into the labor pool. Nobody sit on their asses. Now, I had an interesting conversation about, like, you know, day trading here in the States versus the culture of it in, like, European countries and stuff. And, you know, it's since the internet bubble in America, that kind of left the idea that the regular person could be in the stock market and make money. And the online trading revolution opened that door for all of retail before they rallied to create a law that says retail can't trade that much. Right, so that's the pattern day trader law. So after the big boom of the internet bubble, they blamed the internet bubble on the little trader, and that entire bubble that's happened totally again. Without it, you wrote a law and just used that problem, reaction, and solution to block most Americans from actually doing too much if you didn't have 25,000 bucks, which they know the average American household doesn't have that. So they basically wrote Americans out of the stock market. But the idea of getting a chance to be in the stock market and getting rich is still part of the culture, 20 some odd years later. In Europe, which is like many countries over there, follow this debt model and are further down the line as like old nations. You have like what we consider really high prices. That your fuel has always been insane in England and such. And your inflation has been like fought to be controlled while trying to get growth. And the ECB really is like at a limit, and trying to like keep the economy from fucking collapsing on itself. That's why you sustained negative rates for so long, trying to force whatever growth was left in the system, out of it. While some of your countries were flat out, over leveraged and unable to really achieve that, like like Ireland and Italy and Greece. But it's just the fact that there's older systems in this model, and the system is just that far down the line. The U.S. in time would become something like Europe, if you kept on going. So over there's no culture. Like we have some guys that are in the Netherlands, and like the culture of like a young person, 20 to like 30 years old, saying I'm gonna fucking make a living day trading. That's like not part of the culture. The retail trading market is very different over there. Very few people like even look at the stock market as an option. I've talked to a lot of guys in the UK, and it's just like, you can trade that? Like, wow. I had a trader from the UK, and he's like, he goes through like swap markets, and that's treated like betting. And so there's no taxes to trade that way in the UK, because it's literally not a thing for the average retail trader to even do it. So there's UK traders who trade literally tax-free in the US stock market, which is crazy, right? They're on your ass to make a dime in the US stock market. But because it's not a culture, they actually, in the books, treat trading in the stock market just like gambling and like whatever if you're lucky enough to make money. It's that far like misunderstood. They don't even really have the roadblocks that America has put in place when it's understood you can make fucking a fortune here and you can do it deliberately. And then, all throughout Europe, it's just not a cultural thing. Young people aren't looking to fucking get rich in the stock market. And rightly so, right? If you have people fucking pull off the fucking, the workforce in Europe, which is, struggling for growth, and they fucking leave the labor force and you have to pay to bring them back, your inflation just goes fully out of control. So it's kind of like really important as a culture that Europe doesn't touch this. But what that means is, if world indexes are highly correlated to the United States, and we do have a culture of it, and we're highly correlated to like indexes like the Nikkei and the DAX and the CAC and the FTSE, we realize the gaps that we see in the United States and the S&P every morning, down or up, is really the S&P overnight tracking world indexes to keep relativistic value with every similar asset class around the world, right? The S&P is our major risk asset index, just like the Nikkei is for Japan, just like the FTSE is for England. And our financial services have a relativistic value they maintain with the UK version of our financial sector, and our energy sector with their energy sector, and so on. So when we put these assets around the world on top of each other, we see a high degree of correlation, because all the people who can participate in these similar instruments have similar perceptions being fed by similar information. So that's a long-winded way of saying, all you motherfuckers that are tied to the United States time zones and you live around the world, stop it. The fuck are you doing? Trade your own markets too. It's not just this one. I have global traders who literally only wake up Australia, America on the time zone of like the American market. I guess the only market in the fucking world. You guys do realize that you can fucking game the overnight that literally most of retail doesn't even know to fucking play in your local time zones. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about like, world markets and kind of put that out there, because I do notice this like United States centric view of the market, and almost like the American retail, they think there's no other market. But that means this is a crowded trade to be all loaded into the U.S. time zones and totally not staring at what's on your side of the water. And the amount of European traders that didn't hedge in their own currency versus like the United States or something while they were getting blasted is stunning. All right, that's one of the easiest trades you could ever make, is to protect your ass if you have UK assets. We talked about the lira. The lira was just ridiculously devaluing, but the bulk of currencies are getting smacked by the DXY bull market. So it only behooves you to actually at least recognize the currency trade when that's the base denomination of your assets. So that was a lot of words. How you guys doing? Everybody get all that? Did you guys get all that? What do you say? USA is 12 hours out for me. We got folks like 15 hours out in fucking Australia that trade US. It's kind of crazy. Did you send me Argentinian pesos? How much of that's devalued since you sent it? No, I was playing. I appreciate you, man. Need to rewatch that. Let's see. I'm gonna put up a little basket here and show you something, right? So I don't think people really realize this. So let's use your guys. You can use the CFD, and this is the S&P 500 overnight. And so like you guys have noticed, let's go down to like 3 minutes or something. All right, U.S. sessions are crazy, right? Do I have drawings on this? All right, this is literally the whole U.S. session yesterday, right? Just a shit show, fucking conical shockwave, right? Literally chop shop. That's all it did yesterday. And then after the market closed, it went off a cliff, right? It closes here, and then we fucking got bricked down a little bit. It's a fucking disaster, right? But look at this trend structure, right? Coming in from, Asia opens up around here, and then the UK opens up, Europe opens up somewhere in here, right? You actually get like this setup here. Oops. But for a lot of the American traders, they're going to miss this, right? Overnight, you're going to get like a move down. You closed up here, and you're going to get a move down, and then a gap down, and then this fucking insane shockwave that's going to carve up most of retail. And then it's going to go into a trend after the U.S. is out and move. So if you realize, like say a lot of the movement in the S&P 500 happens overnight when the bulk of Americans can't take advantage of it. And the main gains, if you held the overnight from the S&P versus trading, playing the intraday, you'd have made far more money in major bull swings than if you played the actual intraday. And think about it, right? The market counterpart is retail. We are the food of institutional. That's, this is an important thing. Oops. This is really important for you guys to understand. Like, we are not sort of, kind of, like, I don't just say that. We're the food of the system. Come on, I better find this. I could find this fast for banks. All right. So this is important. This article is from 2010. You guys there? You ready? COP, 200,000 of those. What the heck is a COP? Is that a Colombian peso? Damn, I think that's what it is. I don't want to spend it all in one place. What is that, like $10? No, I'm kidding. I appreciate you guys. I gotta fuck with you. I have no idea what the hell that is. I think it's a Colombian peso. That's awesome. We got more South Americans. We never had a lot of South Americans. Really good to see. Okay, yeah, so pay attention to this. So this story is from May 11th, 2010. This is probably something the average retail trader has never looked at or thought about. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of crap on the screen. 4 big banks score perfect trading. So I keep telling you guys, retail is the food. We're not supposed to make money. Really think about this, right? This isn't one bank. This is 61 days. That's a quarter in trading, like 20 trading days a month. That's an entire quarter of a year. These banks all didn't lose one day of that. So it'd be one thing, right, if it was one bank that could do it. But when you have 4 major Wall Street institutions aimed at retail and not losing, guess what? Right? While you can see that if you've seen countless stocks could do crazy anomalous spikes, come down, go all over the place. Chamath Palihapitiya is involved in all kinds of garbage SPACs. They go everywhere, right? And as long as they murder half of fucking retail, no one gives a shit. Wall Street Bets gets a couple retail guys to get to collude to try to fucking play against the institutions, and they win. And they phone call all the way to fucking Janet Yellen to stop that the first time it shows up. Just like a casino. If you get a clique of guys come in and you count cards, you got a radio system, they'll fucking throw you out. If you're smart to count cards by yourself and they catch on to you doing it, you'll get thrown out. If you come with a betting system on the roulette wheel that games them enough, you'll get thrown out. You're not supposed to win. And Wall Street Bets finally found a way after 2 years of fucking law changes to kick us out, pattern day trade, the phone call went right to the president to stop it. The first time you found a way to beat Citadel. That's it, right? You're not supposed to win, and they'll change the rules if you ever dare figure it out. So when you look at this article is fucking 12 years old. Try to imagine in the technological world what the fuck they have right now. Right? The algorithms they had then could attack you well enough to never lose. They're not winning against each other. They're all winning. They're winning against us. And every time you find a way to win, they change laws and tighten it. The market, the zero-sum commission system they're invading fucking like stocks with to try and make sure they get to be the liquidity of your fucking broker is bonkers, right? They totally fucking take away the fiduciary responsibility of the broker to you, and the broker becomes an introducing broker who feeds you to the shark. So and it gets a small rip for it and lets you get murdered because they don't really understand the counterparty nature of what these guys are doing. Like, these guys are rigging the market in broad fucking daylight. To even have an article like this come out, no one goes, how is that possible? I thought the stock market was really hard. Motherfucker, who are you winning against to all of you win together like this? It's everybody else, right? And if you fucking find a way around it, they'll make sure you don't fucking move. So that's a long-winded way to get us to the point of, right, when we look overnight, the market, not only the counterparting you everywhere in here, the overnight is where they move the market because most of you won't get it either. And then Europe isn't have a culture of day trading. So the European retail isn't there. It's the most vacant trade possible against retail to move it where the bulk of the culture for day trading won't fucking be, along with raping your ass every fucking tick in the market. Woo! That was a lot. Did you guys get all that? So, all right, let me breathe and then let me show you what I'm showing you. So, that being said, right, we have to be tactically smarter than these assholes, and we have to fucking play where they don't think we would. So the reality is that similar assets around are correlated similarly so, right? So UK 100, German 30, CAC 40. This is just a couple. Your Australian guys, where are you guys at? LAS 200. Yeah, they'll do that. And then I guess that's it. Australia, Germany, UK, Japan. I could get Hong Kong in here. Why the fuck not? All right, so that looks terrible. Let's put him back a little bit. So the reality is, right, the overnight movements you see them make, and let's look. So, well, this is the U.S. session. The volume is the U.S. session, right? If you notice, right, they're moving the market, and the S&P is tracking its similar assets around the world overnight, and then they're raping retail here and then moving overnight, right? So the high volatility move is coming out before the bulk of Americans can catch it. With fucking Europe and China and Japan not having a culture of day trading, this is the place to make the move against the crowded idea. The crowded idea is American stocks are day trading. Bro, it's not. It's absolutely not. So in this world, larger resolutions, right? While they're hacking fucking this illiquid market to fucking pieces per session, the real money is in like cross-sessional movements right now. You know, day trading is not fucking really viable at 30 VIX sustained with a liquidity crisis. The real money is in fucking catching the swings as they fucking take whole sessions to corner retail and then bang retail out across the night. Higher resolutions might be the fucking solution to fucking dodge what's going on in low res, right? They're making sure people can't capture a lot of the movement. And, I've seen that, complaints after complaints, like the market you touch it, it goes after you. Yeah, that only happens in low liquidity situations, but they still have to make money, so they're going to corner every fucking remaining retail. They're going to run their fucking like megaphone shit and fucking suck you into this shit and then fucking get enough people through the expansion to then go overnight and then fucking brick you and then fucking do you again. So it is looking like that, right? So the solution to this is trade the resolutions overnight as the markup and markdowns of the U.S. session are tracking the rest of the world indexes. That's my idea. So I wanted to present this to everybody because I know people are having a hard time finding opportunity. And I think, getting fucking tunnel vision to the U.S. time zone is dangerous. I've had traders globally for 9 years, and it was never a thing. Back when I was a little younger, I'm up for the pre-market of Europe, I'm up for the fucking pre-market of Asia, and I'm up for the United States. And I had traders active on all sides of the planet from all over the world. Today, I've got Australians, I've got Indians, I've got Asians, I've got Europeans, all waking up for U.S. zones only. The most vacant trade in the world and is all the other markets. So, right, similar assets have correlations, just like currencies. There's a huge op here, guys, that's being left off the table for everybody. So hopefully that's a good intro to put some ideas out there for you guys to think about. But yeah, this is fucking 12 years ago. It's like, oh my God. And then, what is it? Goldman, new algo, liquidity. So think about liquidity. So This is 3 days ago. So that was 12 years ago. They can kill you every day, and their HFTs are all faster. Now, liquidity, right? What? You need a better version of the ass rapeonomics fucking program you've been running on us? Your anal expansion program that you've been shoving a speculum up our fucking rectum with? This is going to get more liquidity from whatever the fuck is left. And even calling it sonar. My method of reading fucking behavior and price, I call a sonar. Using human emotions as a sonar system to locate points of value and opportunity. I do that by listening to human voices. Them calling it this, I just know what the fuck they mean, right? It wasn't that they were fucking you good enough. Any other fucking place left that you could possibly make a buck, they're gonna kill you. So this got better, and you've been doing this for 12 years, making this better. If you've been in the market for as long as I have, and the market seems like it's even better at chasing you around, it's because it fucking is. Whatever the hell all that means. New algorithm uses Goldman Sachs liquidity shield lock. Just call it ass rape for retail. That's what the fuck that means. New algo, suck my balls. Take that algo and shove it. Zap1, hey Cass, since all risk assets are correlated, so this same logic can be applied to crypto. You should actually read my blog. There aren't different humans in crypto from stocks, buddy. The same logic can be applied to every market because every market's humans. So, one behavior, all systems. This is just announced now. Thinking how much longer was the beta version out there, bro? Like I'm just saying, if 12 years ago 4 banks had worked out their independent owned versions of how to basically trade around retail and butt rape you, what the fuck in 12 years in the world of technological? Have you seen how good the iPhone got since 2010, motherfucker? Can you even imagine what the fuck kind of supercomputer is running the shit they have to attack you in every asset you're touching, and how much better it got in 12 fucking years? And they're still telling you, I got an even better one. Do you need one, motherfucker? You weren't losing. What the fuck are you going for? I mean, it's a perfection thing, but like, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, you're gonna get the triple dildo action. See, we like when did we used to talk about megaphones, right? They're literally running this fucking insane pattern to just fish retail out, and a bull and bear flag is no longer the most common thing we got, right? It's fucking goddamn expanding formations, fucking crazy. Sonar Dark X, fuck my life. Anyways, so if I could put you to a place that you're not in front of that fucking machine, which is the U.S. market, clearly. Overnight market isn't really running these fucking insane things, and you get decent trends overnight as they get prepared to fucking crush the bulk of retail. It's going to show up in one specific spot. Crowded trade shit, right? So there's currencies moving. You're in a fucking massive bull market in DXY, and that shit's global, right? So there's no centric U.S. time zone for that. The best time to trade currencies, honestly, is fucking for us in the United States. It's 3 a.m. through when Europe opens up. So, huge opportunity to pay attention to currencies and indexes alike. That was a mouthful for an intro, right? So, you guys got me some war stories? What's good in the hood? Dad made a scorecard in the room a bit. I was a little overwhelmed there yesterday. So, I will try to get that out today. So, job growth thing, I got that. Reddit. Oh, look. Short on time. You motherfuckers give me mad war stories. Look at this. Blue Dream, Nebula, Voyage, First, I like the titles. Acolyte, War Stories. You guys are creative now. Shit looks like fun on more shows. War Story, Imers. All right. Let me see how many I can squeeze in here. Who's this? Goner, what up? Hey, guys. After the pump from the lows, managed to short the correction on the ES overnight. There you go. Overnight play. Good stuff. And exited before market open. In the macro section of Blue Dream, you mentioned the market state and possible scenarios, so I made my plans, waited for a couple of hours, post-open for the price to stop grinding, and present a structure to play off of, and took the entry. The energy on the calls has been great after the changes, and seeing so many people in the eco win in a current market condition is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's fucking, this is the thing. You have to kind of change things. The market is so difficult in sustaining such a fucking crazy level of volatility and sucking retail's life out of it. This is just an exceedingly difficult marketplace to have to show up every day to try and find a buck. It's just a market condition you don't want to be in. 30 VIX and stuff is shit markets, especially sustained so long. So, to me, the only way I could really fucking help you guys is to directly hands-on, help you navigate this shit, because I know what it will do to everybody. If you sit there and get left to your own device, it'll cut you apart. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the live trading calls. Do my best to navigate that stuff and then maintain my health doing it so I can keep doing it. So fun stuff though. Definitely have a great time with you guys in the voice calls. Nebula Voyage. What's this? PQ. Joined the Discord back in September of 2019. Oh, sweet. Yeah, he's an OG. Coming right back. Sorry. Coming right into COVID 2020. Throughout one of the most volatile periods in market history, my portfolio is up 243% and it's outcompeting market five-fold over the 3 years with the ecosystem. Damn, PQ, this is cool. This is your portfolio? I love when people do the graphs like this. So let's see. See, if you didn't know this was his portfolio, you guys be TAing the shit out of this. Actually, he is too. That's kind of funny. So let's see. Nebula 4 begins. So he was in the room from the COVID bottom. That's a great place to play, right? That's funny. You got shockwaves galore. Look at the bull flag. Look at the fake break. He's got 2 Bs in his portfolio. Isn't that crazy? It really doesn't matter, right? It's just a behavior. It's in everything. Nebula. Oh wait, Nebula 4. This is cool. So you can see the pump trajectory got better out of Nebula 4, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, these are vicious. I like that. Shockwave of 2021. Your bull flag on the highs again. So this looks pretty bullish, man. I like it. Achilles ruptured. Oh shit, you got fucked up. You put that on the chart? That's pretty hilarious. I guess you had nothing to do with pay attention to the charts again once you get stuck at the house. Closed on a house, on the lows, Nebula unlimited integration. Man, this is cool. I like this. So shit, if you ever wonder what it looks like over time being in our ecosystem, pretty good graph. Awesome stuff, man. I dig it. First war story. Reasonable ad. Finally got off my ass and did one of these. Not the worst day from a financial standpoint, but ended the day feeling like I was far off of the mark and need of some good reflection. For context, I have been having good days earlier this week, and that should have been a yellow flag to begin with, but started Thursday having overslept, missed prep, and first move of the day, where I saw a lot of the crew had already finished for the day, red flag. Enter FOMO, my biggest weakness. Okay, so that's a trading lounge. If you missed the prep, like never rush. There's always something else to play. This is advanced micros. My trade. So you hit a -2R. We didn't get killed on it. -0.4. Okay, so you didn't take the whole risk. The day started nice, move up, followed by a retrace and a bounce. Was trying to be patient and find that next bounce up. But as I reflected, I see I was biased towards the upside, probably due to FOMO. First trade was easily in profit. But I didn't move my stops up and was able to close before losing a full R. Next trade was worse, same symptom. I thought it had confirmed support on that lower blue line and was still leaning bullish, so went for an re-entry. Closer inspection revealed that the second blue line should have been a bit higher, so it would have shown a few violations where that looks like support. Definitely learned some things in reflection here and discussion with the eco, but the part that I'm reflecting, really kicking myself on, but couldn't find searching the chat, is the exact same thing happened to me a few months ago. Woke up late, had FOMO for missing the easiest moves of the day, and tried to salvage. Literally the exact same thing. My journaling has become inconsistent, and I rarely go back and read them, and I really understand why it's important now. Couldn't figure out how my username became reasonable whatever. Okay. Couldn't find the post I was looking for in Discord, but did find this gem. Euphoric after a great week. So this is July. This happened. Well, I took a big L. I was an idiot and left the position open overnight and did not put a stop loss because why? And anyway, gave back about 40% of my gains this week on a stupid, greedy, dumb ass move. Shitty part is I knew it was a bad idea and I did it anyway. Good lesson for me today. Feel like crap, but we'll do better next week and moving forward. I share my wins, so sharing my losses too. All right, well, it's a good war story to good reflect on, right? It's a lot of things that get you aren't like what people think. You know, hell, you got platform issues, technology issues. You know, you are late. The way you live your life to get a chance to make a trade, right? The market's not got many great moves throughout the day. You might have 1 or 2 great impulses, and then it's a chop shop. So you really do have to capitalize on what little opportunities now in the U.S. session, and you know, waking up late and making a decision when you're late. That's on the graph. There's no indicator for that, right? The way you live your life is how your graph looks. That's why it's really cool. PQ put like his life and life milestones on the graph, right? The graph looks like you, not your indicator. And a lot of people think like the indicator is going to change your life. You got the greatest indicator in the world. If you woke up late, it doesn't matter. And this is the part where you realize you off the chart is you on the chart. A lot has changed for me since my last war story. This is Stevie D, the monolith killer. What are you doing? Essentially, my partner and I were living a nomadic life, went on 3 planned trips while living with our parents. There were no consistencies throughout most of my year due to living out of a box and suitcase, so my trades followed and I was losing motivation. The one thing, oh, I got it. The one thing I consistently kept doing was showing up on stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m., staying as active as I could in Discord. Having my own place once again, I'm finally able to create better habits and routine. That said, I missed the first 2 sessions in Acolytes, but the other impromptu live trading calls helped with what I needed to start trading again. My only loss I had in the last week was Tesla. I overlaid SPY because I had the directionality right, but the Q3 delivery numbers extended my losses beyond my 1R that I originally set. Right, it's Tesla got his own specific issues, and then combined with like Twitter, he got really dumped. Along with the Friday end of day Tesla long, I also added Apple as it hit a key area of support. Feeling happy in the trade I did, I ended up closing for a positive 4.5 hours. Really good catch off of your support level. Having hit both times a key area, I played end phase longs until I felt greedy. On the second trade after selling it, I was waiting for the price to stabilize over the green line. So looks good. Last but not least, played Home Depot. I played it because SPY was having a great rally. I noticed Home Depot was consolidating at the same time. Ended up closing it early next day along with end phase because of my emotions. I eventually hit my target. Cool stuff. So this is a good reflection from where you started, right? And how you adjusted through basically the bad play of Tesla to find some good ones. So great war stories, guys. I like what you're putting up. I think it helps give people a really good feel for just like, real life in the market. And 8903, okay. Full low. Been a good week practicing refining my trading plans and taking paper trades after seeing the market in with a new perspective from participating in the trading lounge. Massive thanks. Been slacking on the war story front. Sorry for that. We should all put a bit more effort into supporting the eco after all the effort Cass puts out. No worries. Just the war stories are going to help you. So reflecting on what you did in the past later is hugely important to you developing. So this is really important for all of you, just as much as supporting the eco. The live trading sessions in Trading Lounge have been fire. Still learning to keep up with the pace of them as I haven't found it easy. Below are some of my paper trades this week and some trade plans I made. 3.7R ETH. Target should have been further down as my exit appears to price still had ease of movement down. Like the words. 3Rs on ETH again. Could see price was downtrending and had a structure under a key level, so played it till the next level. Good stuff. That's basically all you can do. And then this is SPY plans, 2.6 hours and 2.28. Planned to short if price broke the low, which didn't happen. Managed to flip long and catch the trend that way. About as good as it could be, right? Didn't work out, never triggered. Got that, wave out. Got that, wave out, right? From this bull flag, wave out. This bull flag, wave out. It's about as good as it can be. So good structured trades, dude. SPY -1 plus 2.7. Made a mistake here. I lost an R due to my target not being aligned with Kaz Intel. At the close of the day, price looked like it would continue to trend up, so I left the trade open overnight. Price opened the next day just under my stop. VNB plans, tried to plan the bear flag rotation. 2 separate points, early entry plan hit 2.78, but the plan entered below the bear flag, stopped me out. Could have had my stop loss above the whole structure, but would have reduced the R I could have got. Okay. It's a good reflection on why you made the choices you did in each place. So you hit this guy within the range of this and got tipped out of it. And Binance got you. QQQ plans. Considering the first plan as the cost of doing business, second plan, the structure wasn't ideal. Got caught planning to enter structure that turned out to be a low res expanding range and I got expanded. That's that fucking speculum, baby. Right in that fucking keister. Yeah, market's tough, but this is great reflections, man. I liked what you put here. So this is really good for a lot of you guys to check out. And what I think you guys really got to do to use Reddit better is many of your trading same stuff that you see in here, and you can see where people who are putting out where they got good entries, sloppy entries, clean entries, maybe not best targets. And what you get is a whole bunch of examples of like where the best idea and worst ideas were in the same thing you're looking at. You want to take this information and contrast it where you were. If you had a superior entry to what you saw, or superior exit, or an inferior one, this can give you perspective on like where the great idea was, right? Don't just kind of like, fuck, look at it. Look at it. You have a ton of data to compare. Like, where was the spot I would have gotten away with this? It's really important for you to do that to make sure you can evolve from where you were. Good journaling for what happened to you, and then looking at the journal of other traders in the same market as you is about as fucking perfect information as you could want to have to be able to do something to make a move from where you're at. So I think that's hugely important. E&G is the CEO of AMD. Yeah, motherfucker, you don't trade nothing but AMD. You're on that guy's ass. It's pretty funny, but you know, when you learn one asset like that, you do have some killer days in there. So I dig it. So good shit. Let's see here. So time is a factor. 9:07. You guys keep up with all that? Great war stories. Great stuff in the room. So definitely like seeing it. Haven't put together the war stories for the last 2 sessions. It's been kind of bogged, but I did want to show you some things. I saw somebody already moved on to trading the CAC and got the overnight plays and stuff like that. So a lot of good stuff has been going on in there. You know, check this out. There's Josh yesterday. Talks about what we said. First ever trade on the DAX after the call with Dildo Rules. Nice short from the DAX, you know, all kinds of stuff. And Q traders, these are all new guys trading all over the place, you know. It's pretty cool to see it. 2 hours off the open, insta bangs, everybody. And this is our live calls. When we read the market off, this is like the best chance we really have. Because in the first half hour is pretty much all the damn moves are coming from, right? It's a real bitch. But, you know, lots of great winners. Check this guy out. Fucking market making. What is this? Made the switch from crypto to Forex, right? Crypto's choppy risk asset too, like the way stocks have been. But currencies are in a major tide, and he went over to currencies. Never fucking did currencies. Check that out. Awesome, right? A little war he fought in there. Look at that. Got caught in this crazy shockwave. -1, -1, -1, 1.4, -1, 5. And this is the whole point of risk reward. Let some troll come in our room. Like, why'd you guys post losses? Nobody needs to make you feel better that you're fucking bitch ass beta. No one gives a fuck. At the end of the day, we wouldn't define fucking risk if we never fucking lost. The hell would care about how many R's you made if you never lost? Only a chipmunk doesn't understand that. So if you're some beta soy protein like pleb, stay the fuck out of my channel. No one gives a shit. You're a bitch. You know who you are, motherfucker. At the end of the day, though, keep track of your records, right? And this is the point. You play, you know, you manage your risk, playing for the rewards that are much bigger. When you win, you got to win just more than you lose. You could lose a bunch in a row and pay it off in a single trade, right? That's the point of R&R. So if you didn't understand risk reward and what these guys are doing, right, they're trying to define how much they're willing to lose and trying to make enough to make sure that it pays for future losses, right? And that's the statistics that you manage to win more than you lose. That's your career. So really good. Like to see this stuff. But lots of good stuff that's coming out of the channel. 10 R's on the euro. Put out a badass euro sheet for the guys yesterday. So I saw these guys fucking destroy euro. Really awesome. And that was in the U.S. session. So he had the ease of movement more so than the indexes really did. So awesome shit, right? Trading lounge motherfuckers. Acolytes killing shit. So for everybody who abandoned the station because they're mad I fucking changed the game, there's no trading market TV like this motherfucker. There's no place that the analyst reaches into the crowd and will sit with you and actually walk you through at the level of resolution I walk you through the day. To me, this is, you know, market TV that will never be outcompeted. It'll go as long as my health lasts. But at the end of the day, right, you know, we are about price precision. And on levels most people don't think is actually fucking possible. And if you don't think it's possible, you'll never chase me down here. So anyways, often imitated, never duplicated. Now you know I say that shit. Let's do macro. It's 9:10. I got a haul ass. So tight window to get everything done. What am I on here? Let's get this guy. All right, there's our old gap chart we had. So we want to remember what this was. You guys remember we talked about our LTC chart, right? Keeping him in mind and stuff about the, dude, what the fuck, right? The potential of the cycle. If risk assets do leg down, pay attention. You know, that's setting up for like a correlated move in many risk assets right now. We want to look at where this is, right? This entire region on LTC. Let's look where he is over on the left side. Just looking at 2 risk assets that are, you know, pretty correlated right now. Okay. All right, so you see this entire move from summer? The entire S&P move that we have down here from like Graveyard and Trail of Tears, this can be just a big ass bear flag, right? In the grander scheme of things. So we talked about. And so if he rolls down, and this is another bear flag technically on the end of it, so let's keep context of what we have. Right? This can be a bear flag in the macro tide of the S&P. Will you stop being slow? There it goes, right? So this rally can be a bear if we're going to tie it down. The Fed's going to keep pressing the market. That's what you see here, right? LTC is a shitty asset. He didn't perform nearly as good. But if he's now in a position that we can actually continue the fractal of 2008, we want to pay attention to what's going on now. So a little context things with LTC and S&P. So this is our bounce from the 2B we've mapped out. This is our wave up so far. And now we can see if we structure out and actually fucking pull back. We're gapping underneath this. Pay attention to gap levels. This is one of your sheets that I had in the main OnlyFans website. No, I had the name levels for Ragnarok. My fault. So the gap sheet, when you look at it, right, remember, pay attention to the way he operates. He got above this gap and he sustained in between this gap. He's under here and the floor. He's in this range. Pay attention to it, right? Your gaps are really easy lines in the sand to act as triggers to the next range or contain the price. So let's see what he does today. He opens under here. If he runs into this and fades, this can get ugly. We want to pay attention to that, and the jobs number, is shitty. So the DXY, we're looking at him. We looked at him as a bull flag. He gets strength, that's not good for us in risk assets, and definitely something to pay attention with your currencies, right? So we showed you this, and we had our bull flag, and this has been rotating. So this rotation put the press, on risk assets again. Guys like Euro USD, where did I put his chart? All right, told you to pay attention for possibility, right? We had evolved this flag. Remember, we showed you potential for it here, and then he pushed up higher. It's like, well, he can be a bigger bear flag, right? As long as he doesn't take this shit out, he can totally be a bigger bear. So he's gone up, he's rotated down. This continues, and DXY doesn't fucking stall, and this wave literally continues another leg, right? We have to pay attention to that. The VIX guy that the VIX, what the fuck? Sorry, getting there. So the VIX guy, right, is a big danger. We're paying attention to Goku, and we're worried about Goku holding and allowing for a rotation, which he has. We rotate this bull flag tied to the fucking movement in the DXY, and we push this way. Big danger on risk assets everywhere, right? So pay attention to this. We're in October. This is still part of the seasonal cycle for major de-risking if it happens. So we want to be aware of this. If we get the September, October full fucking leg out and we mirror 2007, we want to be on top of it. So with this trajectory in the VIX and this potential bull flag along the tide here, this is caution, right? So that's DXY things. USDT.D would mirror kind of the sentiment for crypto. So we look at LTC sitting underneath that bear flag, congesting. He's really fucking this trigger, right? If the crypto market lets go, USD, God, I never say this, USDT.D will likely blow out, correlating with the dollar, and this is effectively your DXY for fucking for crypto, right? If this thing pumps, fucking every risk asset on top of them is going to get nailed. So this being red for up equals down for all of crypto. If that guy catches gas and correlates with the rest of the shit we're watching, whew, a lot of stuff. All right, and then so this off the low equals not really strong. The bear flag that we see in LTC is that thing. So he rotates, out of here and swings back to 18,269. You pay fucking attention to that, right? There'll be broad-based movement going on everywhere. If this lets go everywhere, everyone's coming down. ETH version of this, right? So this thing has been sitting in this stupid shit for a hot minute. So we can draw that out, just become retarded. And draw this out, just extend them, whatever the fuck. God damn it. Right, he's just sitting in there. But this is, that you're seeing it too well, that's the same bear flag in there. Right, that's inside this expanded range he made. Even though it doesn't seem as clear, it is there. That's the bear you see on LTC, right? So we can put LTC USD. We can see it, right? That's the bear flag we just outlined. So that's the bear flag. It's there on everything. So that swing level on BTC, really important. So as this thing has kind of cooked himself now, has a decent amount of volume in him, right? Now we have a position. He can leave. So we watch above this. So you can take this guy with a stick on top of this right here. This is he rotates this angle that away, or he stays in the trajectory of the angle and comes out of this guy, and the whole risk asset market fucking lets the fuck go, and we dump down to the summer lows as far as ETH's concerned, and a couple other markets go off a fucking bridge. So crypto, FX, got most of that as Euro, TBP, USD. Do we give a shit? I don't know if you looked at this. That's a bounce low. Okay, Euro covers that. VIX, DXY, S&P, PQQs. Tech stuff's been much weaker. If you want to look at tech stuff, I think we drew the royal blue fucking bear flags here. And so the same flag is true. We're gapping down here. We're on the base. You want to pay attention to the Qs. Tech has been definitely weak on the downside. So that right there, let's go. And that's kind of what you're watching for him to come to the base. SPY is not there either, right? There's his base. So these guys all have this range to fuck with now. Told you guys to pay attention to some of your oil guys, right? That's where some strength has been. And that's where, like, we talked about last time, the energy is where no one's looking again. And, OPEC is basically colluding with Russia to basically try and fuck the U.S. and the energy markets and really affect our pricing and keep us in an inflationary spiral. So this is the one place you see strength. And like I said, this motherfucker is like buying this hand and feet for the rest of his life. I don't know what fucking Buffett's up to, but Buffett knows something. This nigga knows something. So you pay attention to this motherfucker when he buys 20% of some shit while he's 4 million years old. He knows something in the future he wouldn't be alive to see to make such a crazy bet. So oil things, right? And it's likely the play that Putin's got. Putin at this point is getting backed into a corner, likely fighting all of NATO inside of Ukraine, not just fucking Ukraine. He's likely fighting the whole planet in there. And if you put him into a corner, like we talked about, this is legacy, right? He's trying to upend the country that fucking destroyed his nation. He's gonna go out on his deathbed as fucking having fucking saved Russia or fucking go down fighting. Like Biden said, he's real with that threat. All right, this isn't some kind of I'm gonna try to make an incursion against the U.S. and my bad. This is a legacy play for the fucking livelihoods of his people. Same for Xi. The whole world is banned to get to fight the West, fucking incursions into their space, the inability for people to benefit from their resources, right? The world is under attack by a power that swore to God it would keep us protected after Hitler was gone and become more of a pariah to most of the world than Hitler could have ever been. At the end of the day, the nuclear option is on the fucking table. And, it's something that you should really consider, because this is the thing is no one really used nukes. If you understand the existential threat to their existence the Russians feel in the face of fucking NATO and what the West has been doing since the days they were celebrated as the hero that stopped Hitler, trust me, you don't fully value what fucking his position is on the other side. And the media propaganda making sure you don't think of it twice is going to create a crowded sentiment that he's some kind of fucking helpless peon, getting wrecked by Ukraine. He's fighting NATO. He's not fighting just Ukraine, right? We're supplying weapons, money, and every goddamn thing in the sun and pushing it through Ukraine as a proxy. He has very much been fighting NATO the entire time. This is where bullets are flying. And soon, bigger bullets can be flying and maybe even bigger rockets could be flying. But, shit is real right now. We should pay attention to that. And with the VIX chart we talk about, right, long-term VIX Mageddon things, think about it, right? Of all the things in the world, we back out, we look at the VIX. Remember this long-term uptrend? A nuclear attack could very much be in here. If we're going to have a fucking, another fucking pump wave like that, yeah, that's definitely goes with a tactical nuke showing up for the first time on fucking, on any battlefield since World War II. That would be stunning to the world if that happens. And believe me, he's in a position to fucking do it. He's got almost no fucking choices left. So pay attention to that. The market's sitting handily in the 30s. There are people that always know what's coming. Somebody knows the world is in a fucking crazy place and can get crazier. And the long-term trend structure you see here, like I said, right, this doesn't happen often. You had this situation going into fucking the Asian contagion. It was a long-winded thing that happened. You had this situation going into the banking crisis. And this is a much lower gradient across a much greater span of time. And you might think that COVID was it, but the fact it held and is structuring out, along this trajectory, if he has another blow off that's any bigger than this, that might be the real catalyst. A tactical nuke dropped in fucking plain sight in a world interconnected on a level that never has been in media for everyone to realize the fear at once. Right? This won't take a while to go around to say, hey, a nuke got dropped in Europe. This will be fucking known from here to fucking Japan in fucking moments. So this shockwave of volatility, if it's incubating a fucking nuke, let's just leave that out there and, hopefully there's enough people that see that and maybe it doesn't fucking manifest into reality, right? But it's a scary fucking time, and the fallout of what happens afterwards is going to be felt by the world. You like that? I got the subtitle in there, bitches. Anyways, it's 9:21. My promise to never take you to 9:20 has failed yet again. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Got it all out there as fast as I could. You guys in Trading Lounge, your sheets are still good for today for the ranges you got, your key ranges on the currency. What to look at, I'll probably try to see if I can get on live here in a second on the opening, because with the job number, that pretty volatile spike put us down. The overnight move is pretty heavy. We could walk into a chop zone, might just fall off a cliff, right? We're in some crazy places, but like with crypto and stuff, you still need some movement down out of those bear flags to really see the correlated break on everything. And we're kind of waiting for that. Everything cracks those key levels all together, right? With 30 VIX, shit's about to get fucking real. So kick-ass job with everybody in war stories inside Trading Lounge. Good job with you guys starting to do currencies, migrate from crypto, and diversify your choices. Guys playing the overnight indexes and having success in your first shot. That's fucking badass. I'd love to see it. Keep your options open. Like I said, we the peons of the human capital of our countries, we're not supposed to benefit from the system. This is my best attempt to give people that come from where I come from a fucking actual chance. Hope you guys are enjoying the ride. I'm going to try to keep it fun while we fucking learn, trade, and profit inside the eco. Friday, fun day, motherfuckers. Pay attention to the tone of the market. We finish week. We could have an ugly crypto weekend too. So that covers all bases. You guys all set? You guys feel all set? You got all that? It's a million words, right? Sorry, I think I have to probably rewatch this one. I started couldn't do any symbols, ran short in time, but there's some things I wanted to get context about, like the global macro fears, and also like overnight movements and correlated assets and what you're facing in the algorithms. This market's not meant for us to win, and it's 12 years after they said they could kill you every fucking day, and it's 20 years after they fucking like changed the law to make sure it was hard for fucking the low guy to even play. Right? This game's not meant for us. So everything we can do to have the information to give us a real fucking chance, we try to get it on the stream and get it in front of you guys. Till the next one, bitches. Stay safe. Peace.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome